So we have our main categories up here of the shop by the different brands and the activity. The this men, women, kids thingy we added actually just fairly recently because even though there was sub menus, on each of the categories to narrow down by this, people were still not seeing it. So we decided to add this here so that it would be a lot easier to find for the specific category. We found out that mostly men, it's mostly men that are more worried about things being for men.
Right.
So like women don't care if something is made for a man, they'll wear it, but men are very worried that they don't want to be buying something that's made for a woman.
Right.
So and then the kids too. The kids was important because a lot of people, most everything's in adult sizes, and people wanted to know where kids stuff was. So we made those categories probably in the last 3 or so years, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So and then most of the time, if I'm talking to a customer and walking them through the site, I'm telling them to go buy the actual activity that's closest to whatever they're going to do, because sometimes they call with random things that they're trying to use it for. We did add the safety eyewear specifically for sorry, I had to move the screen here. For COVID, so we added this. Yeah, so we added this medical specifically because we were getting so many people. Before we just had the safety eyewear, and then you go here and it was all kind of sunglass looking stuff, because a lot of the safety stuff is also sunglasses. And our normal safety market is normally for tactical use, so like military use or shooting sports and that kind of stuff. Or work like construction workers and stuff like that. So most of them were with sunglasses, and so then people were going. So the other thing we do is we record people that are on our website. We watch them walk through the website and where they're going, and that gives me a lot of information. Similar to talking to the customer directly, I'm watching where they're clicking on the site or what they're trying to find, what I think they're trying to find and they're not finding. So this is from watching all of the people on the site trying to find safety stuff, because I could see, what term they put in Google to get to our site in the first place. And then they would be getting here and be seeing sunglasses and then leaving, because it wasn't what they necessarily wanted. So that is why we added this page to narrow it down by the medical indoor use, so that when you get there, you're seeing, if my page would load because I'm slow today. So you're seeing more what you would expect to see. That's the clear safety glasses for COVID. So that's been helpful. And then when someone calls asking for it as well, I can direct them to the same way I got here to show them where to look. So another one that we have that's is hard for people to find is goggles with helmets straps, because people, football and some other stuff, that things don't fit under the helmet the same way as other sports goggles that you're using for basketball or whatever. So we added this picture here, because even though these come with, the normal earpieces, they have this interchangeable strap here that converts them to be for football. So we used to have just this image here, and people would say, talking to customers on the phone, they would be like, well, that's not going to, that has earpieces, that's not going to fit. And then I'd have to say, well, it has a strap that converts it to be helmet compatible, so it goes over the head. So just adding this picture here that it's available like this, saved me a lot of calls too. And people were able to say, oh yeah, I see that this was going to work under my helmet specifically, because before, they would say, oh, that's not going to work.